Howdy, folks. Which was from needcoffee.com. That guy startled my camera person. It's not like she didn't know I was coming in the car. Scared her anyway.
Slammed into the car.
Whoa, that movie was really scary. My camera person can't even film. Oh! We're here for another Wayhomer. Here's how it works. That's got me off my spiel. I've just left the cinema where I've seen a film. That's that over there. That's the headrest. I didn't see a film in the headrest. You're so shaken up by the film that you don't even know where the cinema is. Oh, Jesus. God help me. I'm going to tell you about it on the way home, because that's how it works. And today, oh, God. Today we're here to talk about The Woman in Black. Alright, so, The Woman in Black. Now, I know when you hear The Woman in Black, you think, probably what I was thinking, that, is this a goth remix of Krista Berg's, or, whatever his name is, Woman in Red, Lady in Red, whatever it was. One who was dancing with her. Well, this Woman in Black, in the synopsis, is dancing with death. Basically, Daniel Radcliffe plays a young lawyer who has been dispatched to... Sorry, I need my sunglasses. Has been dispatched to a village in remote England somewhere to take care of the paperwork of a widow who has recently passed away. And basically left all this paperwork that needs to be dealt with, and he's in a place where he has to deal with this paperwork, or else. And so he goes, and in typical Hammer horror fashion, because this is a Hammer horror film, you've got a village with a secret, and you've got villagers who are unhelpful, and a scary house on the hill, and all those things that you would want from a Hammer horror film, and he encounters them, and because it is still 18-something or other, he hasn't seen any Hammer horror films, so he doesn't know to turn around and get back on the train and get the hell out of there, no matter what. There's your synopsis. The house, it's haunted by a woman in black. Okay, so, I won't use the word alluded to, as I flat out said in my horrible synopsis there, that this is a Hammer horror film. And Hammer horror films, I mean, they've revitalized the banner. They're trying to put out films in the vein of Hammer horror. Hammer horror, of course, classic studio, British studio that was putting out films with Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing and all these people, and making rocks make happy noises. But there are certain things, I mean, all those things that I was mentioning, those are, this film is like they basically took, and I know it's based on a novel, but they took the Hammer playbook and said, what are the greatest hits of Hammer? And they tried to, and not in an annoying way, you know what I mean, where they basically just go, here's the paint by numbers, how we create a romantic comedy or something. No, it's more homage than rip-off, okay? But yes, you have all of those things. And the main thing about Hammer was, gothic horror, and you've got this, atmosphere. Well, this thing is like you went to the gothic horror fast food restaurant, and you got everything supersized, because the atmosphere is just there in spades, right? So, but I mean, here's the thing. So you've got that setup. You've got, this really amazing house with its setup and its landscape and everything. You've got, creepy kids. You've got this ghostly woman. You've got all the things that you would want from a Hammer horror film. On top of that, part of the fun of this is that you've got Daniel Radcliffe, who you might know, okay? And you've got a guy here who is an actor, capital A actor. He could have been, because he was freaking Harry Potter. He could have ridden that for forever. He could have just waited for them to do Harry Potter 8 and gone to conventions and sold autographs and made a buttload that way. But what he has done is, very smartly, a while back, we've talked about this on the site, set himself up to exit from Pottersville when the time was right. He did this by, the first major thing that he did after becoming Harry Potter was, he starred in Equus, okay? And it's almost like you just go, okay, let's see. Harry Potter here. What's way over there? Oh, Equus is way over there. That's way over there. So he starred in Equus, and then he did, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. He did that. So he did some theater stuff, which was great because he got the word out there without having to, with a crazy schedule of back-to-back 8 films. Harry Potter 9, I guess, whatever. Harry Potter 7.5, whatever the hell you want to call it. The next one in the series. But anyway, so he got, working with his schedule, he was able to sort of establish and get the word out that, listen, I can actually do this. And you know what? He can actually do it because his first, film to come out post Harry Potter is basically, it's a Hammer horror film. That's brilliant. And one of the things about it is that he plays like the haunted Hammer hero so very well. And it's not just because that they gave him the awesome coat and setup and everything. Not that. And it's not the fact that they gave him the I haven't slept in 3 days because I'm in a spooky village in a house look. I mean, it's not just that. It's that he's actually really selling it. And for me, anyway, I wasn't just sitting there the whole time going, why don't you just Avada Kedavra them? It's whatever it is, right? I never did that. So I was fine with him the whole time, and I thought he did a really good job. Also on board is Kieran Hines, who, and I hope I'm saying that right, that's how I've always said it, but it's probably wrong knowing me. But he's doing well, as one of the villagers who's slightly less creepy. And, but I mean, yes, you could basically get by on the Hammer name and Daniel Radcliffe, and people would go see the film and whatever. But there are some genuinely disturbing things going on in the film. Genuine bits of horror that I won't spoil for you. Yes, you have plenty of jump scares, and for the most part, you can see them coming, maybe not a mile off, but at least enough time to plant yourself so that you just go, ugh. But there are some good scares in there. But it is mostly atmosphere. And I will say that the ending was, well, it was decent. There's only so many directions you can take a haunted house story like this, and they did all right by it. So, I mean, am I unhappy with the film? No. I thought the performances were good, and I thought that considering that it would be very easy to just go easy and not do anything interesting at all, they actually did some interesting stuff. And they seem to... There was a featurette that came out where they were talking about how much they wanted to kind of pay homage to the Hammer legacy. And the great news is that they do that. And I think they should be commended for that, and not just making, just any old horror film. The only thing I will say is, I am almost afraid that audiences who don't know Hammer will be turned off, because it's not a fast-paced, it's not like, fast zombies running or something. I mean, it takes its time, it breathes, it is not in a rush to try and scare you. So some audiences who show up expecting that, because we have no tolerance for things that actually try to pace themselves, might not enjoy it as much. So, if that's you, then grow up. Anyway, now, rating-wise, I'm going to fall back on, because I thought the ending was just a little... The ending was okay. The ending was not spectacular, but like I said, there's only so many ways you can end a film without making it, completely cheat, or making the audience feel like you know what you were doing. So they handled it fairly well. I'm going to go with 3.5 out of 5 cups. And what I'm going to say is that if this is your thing, if this is clearly you're in the demographic for, and not because you're a Harry Potter fanatic, whatever the Harry Potter version of Cumberbitches is, you know, if you are, for Benedict Cumberbatch, if that's you, this isn't probably for you. But if you understand and appreciate what they're going for and understand what the Hammer Horror name means, then, you know, by all means, go check it out. Grab a matinee to save a few bucks, but it is worth seeing for you guys. But everyone else, if you're just your average horror appreciator person, aficionado, whatever, then you'll probably be fine with checking it out on DVD later, because it'll be out in 2.5 months, and it'll be fine. So there you go. But all I can say is well played, Mr. Radcliffe. Well played. And I'm calling you Mr., even though it looks like I think you're only like 22 years old. Bloody hell. He was born after I graduated from high school. Someone please hit me. Alright, so not with a car. Not with a car. I'm in a car. Don't hit me with a car when I'm not in a car either. That would be bad. Alright, so that's it for another Wayhomer. Thanks for watching. As always, you can find us on Need Coffee if you're watching this on YouTube. Please come and comment on the site. I do try to engage there, so thank you in advance for that. And of course, as always, I'll just remind you that you can keep this link handy. If you want to support us and you buy stuff from Amazon, combine the two into a tasty treat and go to needcoffee.com/Amazon. Keep that link. You click there, it takes you to Amazon. It's seamless, and anything you buy from using that link gives us kickbacks for the site that helps support us with stuff like paying for movie tickets, paying for the camera, and paying for the car, and all this other good stuff. So thanks in advance for your support and your continued support, and we will see you next time. Bye.